Alright. I think we should be good. Are we good? Alright. I think we should be good. Are we good? Let me mute that. Okay. Welcome everybody. It's DestinysJesus here. I'm the Fortnite coach for FaZe Clan. So we're going to be having a look at FaZe Megga's games from the solo FNCS. Give you guys some tips and tricks going into the new solo FNCS, maybe Cash Cups, Hype Nights, whatever's going to be coming next season. Megga performed really well. He got 5th place overall. So we're looking at his games and see how he did. I've already reviewed these games with him. Since I like coach and do volume and stuff like that with him quite a lot. So we're just going to go over, I think these literally half games. He plays really well, right? So what was it? 12 game format. Overall, he placed pretty good. Third with 3 kills, 9th for 2 kills, and the second. So I think we'll start with his 3rd place. Can look at his early game, mid game, and then get into his late game. Can maybe see why he didn't win this game, right? Yeah, let's let this. Hopefully this works. How did he play 12 matches? It's a good question. It's basically the FNCS was 12 matches over 2 days, so it was 6 games on each day. So it's a little bit different format, more kind of like consistency based, right? So he placed really well. He didn't really have too many off spawn deaths or anything like that. So he performed really well. Alright. If any of you guys have any questions on drop spots, we can look at that real quick. I think we'll just get into Megga's early off spawn strategy. So basically what he did was he lands on this little beach here, and he had this place like pretty isolated to himself, right? Nobody at this log house here, nobody on this side of Weeping, which is really good, and only one guy in Holly Hedges, which is really good for him, right? Obviously, this is like a custom lobby. This is a custom lobby, so everybody kind of lands in the same spot each game. But this is a really good landing spot. Here is also a really good landing spot, right? So it's kind of surprising there's nobody here. And also with the new season, we're going to be able to see what's going to be coming in the future in terms of actual landing spots. Retail Row is a really good landing spot. It can be quite contested. I know in finals, I worked with Benji Fishy. He did really well in the 2 weeks coming prior. He did really well in those 2 weeks, but in the finals, he didn't do that good because he was contested quite a lot, right? And as soon as you get contested and you get a lot of people at your drop spot, it can be kind of awkward. I want to see quickly how Retail Row was. It's only 3 people, right? So who do we have? Jamper, Wiggs, and a Liege over there. Okay. Other POIs, not too many people, just kind of spread around. Okay. Alright, we'll just speed forward through Megga's games. This is a really good thing you can do on the in-game replays, is hit this battle map, right? And this is really cool because it allows you to see basically his full route, right? It's a little second to load. So you can see his full route. His glide in, which is this blue line. And also shows all the zones. If I go up a little bit. See, you can see all the zones that come up. So that's 50-50. That's first moving. This big one is this first zone. So he actually got zone this game. Coming to his path, it shows exactly where he is, coming along. He comes in here, gets these slurp barrels, right? This is quite useful. So he comes in and gets these slurp barrels. Zooms over. Sees every game. And this allows him to save his shield, right? Having a rotate path where you can save shield is crucial because then he doesn't need to pop a shield, right? He only got 1 big pot. If he didn't get that 1 big pot, he would have had to use it, right? And not have any shield for the rest of the game. But he saves his shield, keeps his big pot to himself, and he can rotate freely. Can you do tournament players on console? I don't think console or Switch or mobile has like the option to look at these VODs. It's only PC, but if you want to check out my YouTube, I have a lot of VOD user players. I actually did a console review a while ago. Okay, so Megga comes in here, rotates through, looking to upgrade his guns, pretty standard stuff. And this is what you want to do on first zone, right? Is you don't really want to over-rotate and over-commit anywhere. He just chills here, farms up his mats, upgrades his guns, gets a really good situation for himself. Okay, so he just stays here, secures this position. Now when second zone shows up, right, he instantly starts rotating. You always need to make sure you're ahead of your rotates and actually like keeping track of where zones are. Instantly starts rotating, and this is a nice little concept we can talk about here. And it's basically how you can rotate to avoid fights, right? Obviously, unless you're trying to like W key and get a high kill game, you mostly want to avoid fights. and just play as slow as possible, right? So you can see Megga, he actually wraps towards this south side, right? And if you think where zone is here, you see how it's pulling far south, right? So this first zone was far south, and the second zone was even further south, right? He's going to try coming in on the south side, where it's going to be less empty down here. All of these people have to rotate down. It's all going to get very, very congested up on this top half of zone, up here. So Megga does a smart thing. He rotates towards that south dead side, is what we call it. It's a really useful term in coaching and just volleying, knowing where the dead side is, right? So it's pulling far south, south side is going to be dead side. Any tips you getting WQ'd early game? Kind of comes down to your off-spawn strategy, and what happens if you actually do get contested. Okay, and this is the usefulness of having that shield saved, right? Is he basically has all that shield saved from his little off-spawn strategy where he gets the barrels. Rotates in here. Okay, and this is where third zone shows up, right? We'll talk about positioning here for a second, and this is basically what you want to do, right? Is you always want to try to get as central as possible on third zone. This is mainly because what comes after third zone is fourth zone, right? And there's a property unique to fourth zone where if you're near the center, you're very likely to get zone, right? Because it kind of pulls center again. So this is second zone. You can see the congestion I was talking about. See how many all these player triangles up top all are going to be rotating in and getting very clustered up on this north side of zone. So Megga's able to get this quite free rotate towards pretty cheaply. Since people land in safe spots to not be contested, does that mean that hot drops are more likely to be less empty? There's always a couple people at those POI drops, right? But they often don't fight because they don't really want to kind of do that 50-50 fight or just take that early game fight when they're not really that confident. So you can get away with doing like a POI drop like Lazy Lake or Misty Meadows, in fact. Sure, a couple players who play really well dropped at. But obviously having these safe backup routes, it's all got to do with what you're comfortable with, right? If you're comfortable with the drop spot, you know how to fight there, you know how to win your spawns, win your fights, then 100%, I think we should commit to that and stick to it. Okay. So now fourth zone showed up. This is where the power of having that like centered position on third zone is useful. Because he gets zone here, he's pretty much guaranteed. And he has a really good position here where he doesn't have to rotate at all. Bizzle's in this? Yeah. Where's Bizzle at? I think he died quite early this game. Tilt, I was coaching Tilt during this, and yeah, where is Bizzle at? He just went down. Okay, all right, let's get back and watch this rotate for Megga. Are we gonna do customs? I think when we get towards that play of pro time in under half an hour, I think we're gonna do some of the new zone wars, the purgatory zone wars. Okay, so now this is where 50-50 zone shows up. The reason it's called 50-50 zone is basically because it is half in, half out, right? You need to understand that half of this zone is going to be expanded into and kind of be empty later on. It's just really useful at like high level gameplay. It's just understanding this side of zone here is going to be empty, right? So maybe let's say you're in a position back here, you could pad and land on that empty side, dead side of zone. Are you a pro yourself? I stopped playing the game competitively just after World Cup. I had like 5k earnings. I started coaching then. I used to play at quite a good level. Best heals to carry in competition? I think this is the best heals. The floppers and minis, because you can quickly heal, right? And basically insta heal. Okay. Nice rotate by Megga. Comes in underneath. Okay. Notice how he's using these old builds. Let me turn off this. He's using these old builds here just to kind of give himself a really free rotation where he's not really getting shot at because of the line of sight breakage, right? Line of sight kind of refers to if somebody was trying to hold him, let's say from a position over here, to Xy, right? If he was trying to hold him, he wouldn't be able to see Megga during this whole rotate path because he's in those old builds, right? Now Megga's exposed and coming up. He has to start building. Nicely done. And then also note the mat swap, right? A lot of players make the mistake where they either base up in wood or brick, and you might think, oh, that can work. Sometimes I get away with it. But you should always make sure to swap into metal. Metal because it's got the highest HP, first of all. So for RPGs or explosives, right, it doesn't break in one hit once it's fully healed up. And also it's hard to see through. When it fully heals up, people can't see through. People can't go for those shots on you, or like an RPG or a heavy sniper play on you, right? Because you're fully covered. Zoom class, but for gamers. No one talks except the coach. It's good fun. I hope you guys are learning something. Okay. You can see here, Megga just waiting. He's playing very patient, right? He's got really good maps, right? This is something that you guys need to understand, is when you're in a good situation. So here, he's got really good guns, really good heals, really good health, really good mats, right? 95 builds, that's like nearly 1,000 mats. He doesn't need to like commit into a fight or go for a kill just yet. He can just wait up, play patiently and wait. Plays nice and slow here. And now, this is when first moving shows up. So from this point in the game, I'll be calling all the zones either first, second, or third, or fourth moving, just to make it a little bit simpler. So, first moving shows up. What's important to note about this zone? Can you guys tell me in chat? What's important to note? Just look at the position of where zone's going. It's long, yeah. Fully in zone, yeah. Down the hill, that's really, yeah. Down the hill is the answer I was looking for, right? Let's go zone 3 again. The fact that the zone is pulling straight down the hill and also down this massive dam is huge, right? What's this going to give an advantage to? It's going to give an advantage to players maybe down here. Over here is tilt. It's coaching. Players who can pad and land down on this building, perhaps, right? I know Arab was in this game, right? Your fellow Arab from RBK, and he did like a boat rotate down here, which is pretty funny. But it's not also going to give a disadvantage to. It's going to give a disadvantage to players on the backside, maybe over here, who don't get zone and they have to rotate this whole distance and then go down, who don't have a pad. So Megga really needs to look for a pad, or he needs to look for an early rotate down this hill. Low pad down the hill. Yeah, low pad's a really good suggestion that you could do. I don't think he hasn't got a pad, right? These chap inventory slots aren't open. Scouting, getting all this information. Still scouting, just peeking through his cone, right? Trying to look for a pad. And this is where the power of the floppers come in, because he can play his time in storm. You've got to think of your health as like a resource, right? He can play his health in storm and wait a second to try getting that pad recycle. So he can sit here, tank a couple ticks of storm looking for that pad. I think he's going to be able to find it just here. Starts popping those flops. Still trying to look for that pad. I think you can quite see it now. He just decides to zip line down, nice. Oh my goodness. Anyway, what was that, bro? I was gonna say, that was like insane. Insane rotation. So he's playing his floppers, looking for that pad, can't see one. And he just hops on the zip line. Just double thinks Vanish Bank, feels bad. That's insane. Yeah. There's those floppers. That's that DestinysJesus aim map coming in there, I think. Nice, gets all the mats. Again, now with the floppers, right, he can play his time in storm. He doesn't need to rush this rotate. You can kind of play this backside layer. Starts moving up. This is a really good choice. when his mats are kind of a lot better, right now he's got 130 builds. He can start leveling up, start wasting more mats just to get a higher position and not have that risk. Nice rotate choice. Let's go along. Nice. He gets towards the end of the zone and stops. You always want to be looking at your minimap as you're rotating to make sure you're not over-rotating or going too far. Nice, gets that impact kill there. How did he get this impact kill? Let's watch this back again. So he rotates to the end of the zone, we saw that, right? He stopped just on the edge. Rotate through, stop just on the edge. Again, stopping to metal, right? Really important for you guys to start doing. Really nice timing. Nice. Also, you see that wall he placed behind him? Just to make this airtight. Airtight's the term, basically you have no gaps in your box. You need to make sure if you're going to jump on loot, you're trying to upgrade your guns and swap guns out on the floor, make sure your whole area is airtight where nobody else can come in and try going for the kill. Because somebody else will hear that kill, right? They'll see it, they'll go for the loot and try fighting you. You need to make sure they can't actually get in your box. Starts rotating again. Nicely done. Now he starts playing these floppers back in Storm again, right? He doesn't need to rush his rotate forward. He can take his time and go for the heal up in Storm. Nicely done. Gets up on that high level, right? This is a good rule of thumb, is that the higher your level is, right, the more elevated you are, it's going to be less congested. So congestion basically means there's going to be less people there, right? It's going to be more empty. So he comes up, gets into this less congested layer. Low ground's obviously going to be really busy here, so he's still trying to look for that impact kill. Low ground. Flop it in French is floopy. Nice. Nice. The high ground take. What did he do for the high ground take, right, guys? He looked up, first of all. He looked up and scouted and got that information on where high ground was. And then he went for the RPG play. That swapping out the RPG earlier came in really useful here. Swapped out the RPG, made sure he knew where the guy was, RPG'd him out, and then just built up and took it really cleanly. That was nicely done. It's really good awareness. Knowing that this guy's back in Storm, right? Trying to go for a flopper play. Okay. So Furious went for the high ground. He doesn't actually want to go up and contest this, right? I mean, you could maybe look for it, which I think he doesn't really want to. He doesn't want to drop low, right? In this situation, you don't really want to drop low. There's 4 people left. So that means 1 above himself, and then 2 low ground. He doesn't want to drop into those 2 people where he doesn't know where they are, right? He's going to look for this shot up on the guy on above. RPG. Guess that tag. Not quite enough. He's still looking for this high ground. I think kind of cost him this game. He's still looking for the high ground. He knows the guy on high has no mats, is the thing. So he's looking. Can't see. It's a lot of damage in. Okay. This is where he dies. I just want to see what he maybe could have done, right? 1v1 situation, he knows this guy's on this wall. What does Furious do? He does this, that's a good movement by him. He does this edit, right? And then he sets up that right hand peak where he can swing around and get a free shot. He's really low as well. So there's not much Megga can do here. Furious just has right hand peak advantage, right? he wins the shot. That was still a good game though, guys, right? So what did he do well that game? He went dead side of zone quite early, so he was on that less congested area. He rotated towards center third zone. And then towards the late game, right, looking for that pad with the recycle, ended up getting that nice kill on Vanished Bank, right, with a double scar headshot. And then, well, so what was the last thing? Taking height with RPG, right? That RPG play to take height was really good because that secured him top 3, which in the solo format, the current one, is bonus points. Okay. Alright. Let's get into the next game. I think we'll do one more Megga game. Find it. Yeah. So what was he even off? Well, not much. Okay. So this is the very last game of the tournament, the 12th game. We'll look at his rotations here. Same off spawn strategy, right? That he's doing. I'm in FaZe, yeah. I'm the coach for FaZe Clan. So I coach the player watching Megga. Yeah, Megga also wants that off spawn shot. Yeah, having an off spawn strat is like the biggest thing, right? If you guys want to know the best way for getting a really consistent off spawn that's like good for you and works for you, you just need to get comfortable with spot on arena and then drop there a lot of times over. Okay, let's do this the battle map thing we were talking about, right? This battle map only works on the server replays where you go from the compete tab. It doesn't work on your own replays, unfortunately. So you can see exactly what he does. So this game actually he gets this whole place for free. Then gets this place for the slurp barrels, right, for his health. Then gets his extra building here. And then he rotates through. Okay. This is quite useful. We can actually scrub like and skip to the time we want to look at. Tips for qualifying FNCS Opens. Opens is going to be a lot about how good you are at fighting. We don't really know the format at the moment, but just getting very good at fighting and practicing arena a lot. It's going to be very useful. Being able to win any fight you get in, right? Okay, let's watch his rotations from here. Again, first zone, he doesn't like over-rotate and try going center. He kind of chills in a good spot where he can refarm. Now he rotates completely towards center. Okay. This is good. This is what we call a power position, right? A power position is just a spot on the map that is either like got really good elevation, somewhere where you can refarm, just a really good spot that's like powerful for the rest of the game, right? So now he has all these sight lines he can see around him. Let's skip forward a little bit more. How do you lose damage in Storm Surge? Storm Surge, you need to get like a couple tags before it shows up. If you just get like a kill or spawn or just a couple tags in, normally it won't be an issue for you. Which guns are the most needing a shot? Attack is really good if you don't have an SMG. Megga likes just running a regular pump and a AR. Okay. So here again, right, he was in zone on this spot, right? He was in zone here. But he decided to rotate towards center third zone again, right? Center third zone is so crucial because it allows you to get fourth zone as well. He gets in for free, gets even further in. Swaps to hard mats, right? Hard mats is basically brick and metal, so he swaps to metal here. It's in. Skip forward a little bit just to save time. Okay, so he got a very close fourth zone that showed up. So he rotates in here, gets up a little bit with metal as well. Okay. So you guys can see here, you see what little congestion is, right? All of these players coming in, the triangles. It's basically because zone had pulled far again like this, right? So where it's got to close in is always going to be the more congested area. there's not much you can do about that, but just having that information that, okay, this whole side is going to be really congested, right? Because of where zone is currently. It's pretty useful to, just so here you can get up a couple levels. Okay, so this is Storm Surge, right? Storm Surge doesn't activate for like another 30 or so seconds, so he can take his time looking for a tag. And he doesn't actually go too hard looking for a tag because he knows it's not going to be active. It only activates at 50 people on the zone. On when 50 zone shows up. Okay. So he gets quite lucky, he gets 50-50 zone here. So he doesn't actually have to rotate anywhere. Okay. So look at the rotate choice here. Again, I want you guys to, as soon as this shows up, is basically tell me what we need to know about the zone, right? So where's it pulling? Give me a couple information that you need to know on this zone. So where's it ending up, first of all? Yep, correct. It's going down the river, right? So we need to know whenever it's towards water, it's always going to be downhill slightly. So at the end of the zone here with the river bank, right, it's going to be down water, southeast, right? Knowing the direction that's going. And also Megga got kind of towards the front side of zone here, right? He got quite lucky where it pulled towards him again, so he can take his time on this rotate. He does have those floppers again, right? Really important. Yeah. Okay, gets in his cone again to get that information. Starts scouting and looking for a pad. Okay, so here he saw that player fly up from there, so he knows there's going to be a pad. Rotates. And let's look at his landing spot off this pad. Let's see where it goes. Okay, so he gets quite a high level. Also swaps to he also swaps to brick, right? It's a lot of damage. Okay. I like he didn't actually need that kill, right? He still had 90 builds and in good health. He didn't need to overcommit and jump in that guy's box for the kill. Again, starts rotating upwards, right? Getting towards this higher position. Nicely done. Oh, really nice. Okay. So he took his time here, we saw. He wasn't quite in the end of zone. He stopped and waited and played his floppers for a couple seconds in Storm. And that allowed him to get this free pad, right? Floppers are the most powerful things. Yeah, it allows you to completely, like, do so many different things for your gameplay. Very useful to have. Why Megga carries Harpoon? It's basically to look for a refresh opportunity. Harpoon is really strong because it allows you to get a refresh kill without box fighting. Normally, whenever you get a kill, you have to basically like run over to the person and get on their loot, right? But Harpoon allows you to just do it from a distance. Okay, here, looking for height. Immediately, like, he doesn't want to overcommit to that high ground. He concedes it, just gives it up, basically. It's down here. Nice, that's such good awareness. So he sat there and built that pad off, the low pad, right? And then he played for it with the floppers. So he gets that free flopper here. Comes over. Again, playing this flopper, trying to buy as much time as he can. Playing backside of Storm since he's out of mats at this point. And this is when he starts looking for that refresh kill. he get here? Oh, really nice timing on Goosh. Okay. Yeah, he dropped down there, saw those two players fighting, right? And that's what I was saying earlier about making sure your tarp is airtight. Is he just... The other guy didn't have his whole box covered off, right? So Megga just comes in here, gets that kill. What's he done? Nice. So that's the power of that harpoon coming in, right? Is you got that harpoon, got that little bit of extra mats. Nice, comes in here. And this is where the height awareness is. So what's you going to do for looking for high ground in a second? This is a 1v1. Okay. Takes his time. Not afraid to like tank a little bit Storm, right, with his fish. How could you play this bit of it? That was a really bad peek. He kind of rushed that peek there, you saw, right? He jumped up, didn't know quite where Eclipse was, and then Eclipse plays as well, just gets in his box. Basically just wins the fight. That was a good game though, right? Just very good fundamentals, knowing when he can go for a pad, knowing how he can play his backside and floppers. That's really well done. Okay, I think we're gonna get into the play with pro part. So we're gonna do I think we'll do Purgatory Zone Wars. So what I'll do is I'll start a custom code on creative, which allows us all to queue into the Zone Wars together. I think. I hope you guys learned something from that review of Megga though. A couple of different tips and tricks on okay, so how do I do this? I need to do custom options. Check I spelled that right. Okay, so if you guys want to do, the code, Destiny. If you want to beat your game, anybody can play. I don't know how many people will be able to play at once, but only 16, I think, right? If you type in the custom code Destiny, okay. So you saw what I did there. I typed in the where you click change and then go to the bottom right, and we're going to be on EU, right? So if you're NA East or NA West or from another region, you're going to be in quite high ping. Okay. Hopefully somebody queues up. 3 minutes. Yeah. Check this works. Destiny. You guys see? I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right. EU, yeah. Capital D, no. English regular. Working? Is that working for you guys or not? Let me try. Is it capital? No, just type in Destiny. It doesn't matter if it's caps or not. I think you guys should be able to join though. I can't know how you do it. Is it working? It's not working? Okay, let's retry. We'll change code, right? Is it now night or day for you? It's 7 PM. Still light. Yeah. Alright, we'll change code. Okay. Alright guys, the code is guides. So if you all type in GUIDES, right? Let me just. Hopefully that works. Do fill, gotta do fill. Is that it? Okay. Wait. Is that working? Hopefully this works. Code is click play, not create. Is that it? Oh, hold on. We started again. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties. Idiot firstly. We're getting there. We're getting there. I haven't hosted a custom before. Normally, I just do the thing we had. Alright. We'll change code one more time. Okay, we'll go. I don't know. I think somebody was using that last code, right? Let's do. What code should we do, guys? Just do custom. Right. Alright, everybody, the code is, this should work now. The code is custom, okay? CUSTOM, okay? Okay, that should work. Alright, everybody working yet? $16? Okay, I think we're full already. Okay. Start match. It's Quinn. I'm not sure when Quinn's next stream is. It's gone. Working. I think we were full, unfortunately. Yeah. So what we'll do is we can either do Zone Wars per. What do you guys want to do in here? Yeah. We can either do Zone Wars Purgatory or we could do like Donny SC. I think we can maybe do Donny SC Zone Wars. Let's go fine. Oh my goodness, I actually jumped. Okay, hopefully this works. Alright. We could do the other map. Oh, we're just gonna do this map because it's a little bit quicker to end each time. Okay, and guys, don't judge my gameplay too much. I just stopped controller. The gameplay is looking very shoddy. Low pad. Also, I haven't played on stream in a long time, so you might see some questionable stuff. That guy's rotating like a pro. Little ramps out. Oh, GG's. You do this every day? I do this weekly, I think. We're gonna be setting up like a weekly thing with ProGuides. Should be good. How to become good as you? It's just what's it called? It's about playing a lot. I wouldn't even consider myself that good. But just pray a lot, follow you a lot, so you kind of learn from your mistakes, right? It's peace control over this guy. He went down, that's good. Harpoon is really useful. Just because it does that 150 damage straight away to builds. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking this guy. Is that doing damage? This guy's good. Why does it sound? I'm dead son. I was looking at chat, my bad. my bad. A guy in chat said that is a control player, and I was like reading, I was like, oh my goodness. It does sound, that's embarrassing. 2 blanks, yeah. I don't know. I think DestinysJesus has a on this map there's a bug where you like sometimes your shotgun doesn't do damage until you swap to your AR. And then you swap back, if that makes sense. Let's go on. A mouse up. Yeah. I don't just like sit on high ground the whole game. Nice. My phrase sway. So every time like on controller when you crank, I play like kind of like a medium low sense. I don't know, you feel like face sway straight away. gun Braxton. Okay, I'm gonna let my Havoine go get cool. Nice. It's not, like, so many people, they just run out of mats like straight away, right? Because they don't get those kills midway. I don't know. I feel like these zone wars are really easy to win if you just get like one kill, and then you can serve your top. What's your stretch res? I play what's it called? 1798 by 1080. I think it's really good. I know a lot of pros, a lot of the FaZe guys, they play 1750. I just like 79 because I make content, right? Like I do these streams. I make YouTube videos. Oh, am I talking? I do YouTube videos and stuff, and I think 1798 looks a little bit more like light native. 1750 is really good though. I still about this guy. You're really late. It's all good, bro. Exponential linear. I started to control like a month and a half ago. I started on exponential because I kind of liked it, but I swapped to linear. I feel like mechanics, like editing and building, especially editing, like editing and then shotgunning is way more consistent and stuff on linear. Linear is really, really good. Nice. That pump. But now this now he's got this impact kill, right? He can literally just run front side and win this probably. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get caught up back here. Pros and cons of 1750. Does that mean that any cons to it? It kind of just depends on what you feel. And obviously the FOV is lower, right? Field of view. How do I improve my aim besides box fights and 1v1s? I actually just released an aim map with Mongrel today. And Don Mosey. It's basically an updated Skavok map. So if you click on my YouTube in the description, youtube.com/DestinysJesus, you can see it's like a full video, it's a full routine, it's a load of improved scenarios, and it's a really good map. A lot of good feedback. Do you have earnings? I have like 4k. Events. Nice shot, let's go. Nice, so good. What's the code to this map? It's at the top of the screen if you look. This zone wars map is at the top of the screen. Can we switch to east in a bit? I don't think we've got time slots to east, I'm afraid. My ping on east isn't too bad. Okay, I'm not gonna die to fall down. I said linear makes your edits and stuff way more consistent, but I can't hit any right now. Linear does feel a lot better for edits and stuff. Let's tag. Upload. Oh, that guy just cut me off. I was well played with that guy. I was gonna say, you need to get that damage on the guy behind before you can test it. Okay, someone's right there. Can you load from ProGuides for the first time from Dungeon Manager? I think those are subscription ones. Play Expo and without aim assist? Why do you play without aim assist, bro? When is on? You're good on Office mouse and keyboard, you know, game and stuff. Yeah, depends. It depends if you. I mean, I know a lot of people who play on like lower end peripherals. Doesn't really matter that much. It's just like some things are really useful for. Oh, I didn't miss one. Shot by that guy. What's your sense? 2.2, 2.2, put an edit, and then 42%. These aren't my settings. I got them from Seth, who's like kind of an underrated controller player on NA. He got 13th or 14th at DreamHack Anaheim, the LAN. It's really good. So I got more points, my friend. 42%, and then 12 ADS. And I do actually play a boost. I don't know. I feel like I might take boosts off, so they can make your ADS like a little bit less consistent. I'm gonna take them off real quick and see how it feels. And then linear, and 8%, 10%. Let me take off these boosts. Tips for Switch players. I feel like a lot of controller tips apply over to Switch players. Good things for exponential. I think Unknown Army is like the best Expo player. If you could look at his settings, he has really good build and edit mode and stuff. Heavy snipe. Let's get it faster. Can't play with that. So weird. It is edit side of me. Practice your building? I do think I need to, bro. My building is really bad. Have we reviewed Megga already? Yeah, we just got done with the Megga review. You can skip back on the YouTube play if you want to. It's the first half an hour. What do we look at? We looked at his third place game and his second place game from this offensive. My mechanics are good in box fights, but my mechanics in real games aren't that good. It's cool. That's an issue a lot of people have, and it's just because you're not playing enough real games situations like arenas to practice your fighting and stuff like that. That's my biggest piece of advice for new players, to just practice arena and practice fighting, especially for solos. You start a new game? I think we might start in a couple of seconds. How many people do we have in? I think I don't know how you tell how full it is. Huh? I mean, we can restart in a couple of seconds. Try that, yeah, 100%, man. Just play a lot of arenas, get really good, comfortable in fighting. Give you tips on how to get more views on Twitter. So it's a little bit out my area these days. I suppose I'm decent to. It's good. Getting good views on Twitter is just about having a big following, from having good tweets and stuff like that. Show you guys. This guy's boxing this box, right? See that RPG? If you do that RPG in the top corner, then you always get in. Pretty useful. Let's go. I was really close. I was gonna say I shouldn't jump in stone to reload my RPG. I was only 30 HP, but I knew that guy was kind of low. He's acting like he was low. I'm gonna put that big butt earlier, right? Yeah. So server on EU right now. We'll restart the lobby in a couple of seconds, right? If you guys want to play. Just because we're kind of running out of people. A couple people have left. Yeah, it's like I did not expect that at all. Oh my goodness. Guy was lost. Hopefully this guy isn't shooting. But if you stay above somebody, like directly above them, like this, It makes it really hard for them to shoot you because they can't, like, aiming straight up, even if you're a controller, it's really hard. Like, getting tracking shots is really hard. GG. Good fights. Alright, one more and we'll restart the guys if you guys want to play, alright? Mind out of zone, boys. Hopefully not. Walk up, back. Ah, we'll play by him. Alright, we'll see who wins this last one. Your builds and edits are smooth as, bruv. Please, bro. Do you use claw? I don't. I play 4 paddles on the back. I'll show you my settings real quick while this last game's finished. So this is my layout. So I have X, Y, B, and A on the back. So I have switch mode, jump, pickaxe, and then reload and interact on the back paddles, right? You know what I mean, right? On the Series 2 Xbox. And then that chat place, pretty much everything. So it just means you can keep your index fingers right on the bumpers. I press on the bumpers, and then I press the back paddles with my middle finger and my ring finger. How do you get to the aiming mode? Alright, let's restart. Okay, I'm going to post a new code in a second, guys. If all you guys who want to play can join up, right? Sense is 42. Then like 2.2 edit and build. So what we'll do is... Alright, the code is Destiny, guys, right? So, just my name. I'll type it in chat. Destiny, okay? So you should have between. Just Destiny spell that. Okay. I'm gonna get wrecked. Hopefully not, bro. Shouldn't be too bad. It's EU servers if new guys on different regions. I can't start it. Can anybody start it? That's an issue. Capital D doesn't matter if you capitalize or not. I can't start it, so whoever can start it, if they can start it, please. Do you use control freaks? No. Wait, I don't know why I can't start it. Good. Wait, I might have to restart the code because it won't let me do it. Okay, we're gonna change the code. So we're gonna do the code. It's a little bit buggy sometimes with this. Should give me the code. Okay. Alright, we're doing the code phase, right, guys? If you type in phase, you should be able to play. Okay. What's my sport creator? I think it's Destinies with an S at the end. But feel free not to use it. Okay. Ocean phase? Yeah, I'm the coach phase. Good phase. 9 people. Perfect. Okay. Build mode do I use? 2.2. Region is EU. Alright, perfect. We'll get everybody in here. Start. Perfect. How long has it been going for? We started about an hour ago, man. Don't miss too much. Okay. Not looking for me? I think we just started, man, so you might have missed it. Okay. Who do we got in? Everybody loading in. Guys dripping in the glow skin. Okay. Everybody come join the Donetsk zones. Nice, man. Something about the new season? Yeah, I love when the new season's come out. It's just new meta, right? To learn, get good at. I don't know, learning the meta and learning how to coach it is like 2 different things. It's always fun. Okay, I think should be good for everything. 500 FPS in creative. Sometimes these feel like very bad. I'm just building my axe. I think it might be a Gan Storm. Oh, nice shot by that guy. Can't believe I missed that. I've been delayed this season? Yeah. There's a couple of rumors that they might delay it even further. Also, I don't know. They've always delayed seasons quite a bit. Nice shot by this guy. Why are you using that pickaxe? I like the pickaxe just because it, I don't know, I feel like you're quicker with this one. Also sounds like good. Just tracking. Get the mats, bro. Oh, lucky. Only bad thing about this map is that you don't get the auto mat, so it picks up straight away, right? Pickaxes is the icebreaker. I think it's been the item shop for a while. It's a really good pickaxe. Money to learn. Everything on his channel is free. Anything on my own channel, which is in the description, is free also. shots for that guy. I messed up my idea. I was trying to flip that, like, ramp. It's kind of a bad angle for me. When are you going to restart the creative again? We just restarted it, man. We might restart it one more time. In a couple of minutes. Code for this map. It's at the top of your screen, just below where the bar is. Your creative aim training map. Let me get that code for you real quick, man. If you go in the first link in the description, the first video will be that code, right? But that's the code for the creative map. It's really good for practicing it. I have no idea where I just got RPG'd from. That was really not good. I fly around, I do. Nice. Normally I wouldn't pop a big when you're on high. I feel like I'm so low, I can have to. Let's see if I can go for a roof. Big guys, I should be dead right now. You give out tips? What kind of tips do you want, man? Cheat a leg making name for themselves. True, man, that guy's popping off, bro. You win that? No, you don't. What servers? These are EU. I nearly bopped me with a shotgun. Oh, nice shot with that guy. Vibration on controller. I think you should turn vibration off. If you have vibration, that kind of messes up your like tracking. If that makes sense, right? 'Cause it's always buzzing. I feel like it puts you off a little bit. So. How do you become better and faster on controller? What's it called? You need to do like an edit map every day. There's a really good like Raiders box fight map that's featured at the moment that you could do. Zone Wars, a lot of Arena as well. Free builds, a lot of stuff you can do. That's not going well. That pad is not going well at all. Oh, awkward. Where did that guy behind me come from? I'm a kind of hybrid player, good at PC, but good on controller. I think if you're good at hybrid, you should just practice just being really, really good on one. And like, if you split your attention between two inputs, then you might get worse. So you're not going to improve as fast as you could just focusing on one, right? Oh, fan few now, Barrow. Oh, it's nice to meet you, man. Phase Jarvis challenge. I'm gonna get banned, bro. I should win this. He's got high ground mats. How much would you say to play each day to get better at the game? It kind of depends, because you could play, let's say, like 10 hours a day, right? 10, 12 hours a day and not get better at all, just because your practice isn't efficient. And it's also like doing too much where you kind of diminishing returns, we don't get that much out of it. You have to make sure your practice is efficient, you're trying hard, you're trying to improve like, actively, right? Let's say you just play and you're not trying to actively get better, then you're never really going to improve, right? Please Riku. Well, Riku, I don't know if we're going to have time to do another Riku, man, I'm afraid. I'm just going to go for high ground, I think. That's a free kill for me. My goodness, I wasn't even tracking that guy. And that's the good thing about controller. Like, I wasn't even trying to track that guy and actually double dinked him. You know what I mean? Like, if you're good at controller, man, it's very useful. Better. Get out of there. goodness, no, I killed that second guy as well. Oh, it survived on 3 HP. Nice. I should have got that perfect time. Oh no. This guy's really good, he's got really good aim. Any edit course you recommend? I recommend the what's it called? The Raider box site practice map and the Raider warm up course v2. No way he won that. Other guy could see out Storm. No problem. In phase, yeah, I'm the coach for the Fortnite guys. Not the Fortnite guy, the Fortnite person. Aim is not all there. Oh, freaking high ground. I do need to kill them. Should win this now. Go behind, check the high ground stone. No, he's too good. I should have gone for high. I thought it was like one person low, one person high. That's cool, but you can still hear there's like several people left, right? Nice, well played. Zone walls or box fights for like 2 hours. Zone walls are good practice if it's against like either your friends or like good players, right? If you just do the matchmaking one, it's not the best practice. Just because it's quite easy, right? Like let's go to you could do realistics also. Getting in the habit of doing like an edit course and tracking good progress there is really useful as well. Like I can get the pad. Those low pads are really good because like nobody can recycle it, right? If you do like a really low pad. That's so much better than me. No, well played. How do I have more points? How do you improve your game sense? Good question. What's cool? Just make sure you body view and like kind of understand what you did wrong, rather than just playing and keep making the same mistakes. Ames is broken. It's a lot better. It was really broken. It is very strong though. Still, like if it's a good controller player, they're gonna kill you, right? That's the thing. How you practice your aim? If you go to the first link in the description, my most recent video, it's my YouTube channel, is a new aim trainer map. It's a new aim map made by me and Mongol and Noisy. It's like a really good practice map for your aim. You guys should check that out. Oh, good. Do I die to a mobile player? Oh, there's some really good mobile players, I know. Mobile doesn't mean that much. Is it too late to be a pro? Probably not, man. The thing is, there's so many ways that you can get better and improve. And this, I don't know, we don't know what the custom format is, right? There's World Cup 2021 coming out. Solo FNCS, true FNCS, right? Just depends what your current score level is, really. This guy's got the little rotated ramps. Holy, look at this tunneling. Oh no. Oh, that was unlucky. I accidentally rotated his ramps and couldn't flip it, I think. Alright, we're going to finish this one last round and then we're going to end the stream. Yeah. Last round. Who wins this? That's better, I think. Pretty much cheat a lot, guys, and so. You play stretch? Yeah, I play 17 now, yeah. I got the angle on me. Nice. What's that fight? I think you're a winner. This guy can get on low ground. Oh, nice try. This guy Logan should win. This guy's gonna die to full damage. Alright, well played. Okay. Alright, that's all for this stream, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for playing, whoever played. Make sure to check out my socials in the description below, and then also subscribe to ProGuides YouTube channel, and then all my stuff is below. Check them out.